AkronHipHop.com, live on location. We out here at the Civic Theater, Akron, Ohio, Main Street. We got some people out here making it happen. You see them dressed in black. Some people may think they're the Black Panthers. Identify yourself, let everybody know who I'm talking to.
Local chairwoman Keys of the Fred Hampton Gun Club.
Now, when we say the Fred Hampton Gun Club, explain exactly a little bit of history on who that is.
Power to the people.
The
Power
original.
for our people.
The original. So, what's you sense since you've been down here? What's the tone? How you feel about being down here and everything?
It's been very calm. It's been very mellow. We just showing our presence and our support for our people.
I like that. How can somebody get down if they want to get down with the gun club, Fred Hampton style?
You can go to Facebook, Fred Hampton Gun Club. It's a red, black, and green background. Or you can go to FredHamptonGunClub.com, not .org.com.
Right, all right.
Join us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Get back on timeline. What's going on, girl?
What's up, y'all? I'm just here for the people.
Tell everybody,
to the people.
Tell everybody your name who don't know. They know you that voice. But
I am Danielle Taylor, AKA, y'all already know that voice. Taylor my heart, notarized beauty. I'm a woman of many talents, many brands, but I am here for one sound, one call, and that is justice for Jayland Walker.
Now, do you know the family? Because the way you was moving, it was like you grew up with the family.
I do know the family.
Okay.
You know how Akron is. You find out that this person is speaking to you through this. So it's a lot of channels.
Okay.
But one thing about it, Jayland was a black king. Jayland was a brother. Jayland was a son. You know, and I'm raising a young black king out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just touched my heart. You know what I'm saying? When it happened to Jayland Walker, because no mother should have to bear the weight of that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do.
So how do you feel about your efforts being seen and viewed, and some people call you an activist? You a social media, Facebook activist? You out here in these streets for real? You're doing those things. So how does that make you feel, knowing that you help service the movement here in Akron?
I just want to be obedient, you know, because after the bells and whistles, that's when the real work come in. So I'm not really here for it. You know what I'm saying? The cloud, oh my God, you know, wow. Understand what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Shift your mindset and understand that we as a people gotta come together. It's time out for strategizing the way that we've been strategizing. It's time out for people wanting to be, you know, bigger than everybody else. It's time to collectively get together and make some changes happen in our city.
Tell everybody, man, you think it's important everybody get with an organization at this point in time in our history.
You need to get connected.
Who are you connected with?
I am connected with Freedom Block.
What the hell? Everybody saying it's Freedom Block. Talk about that.
Man, they so dope.
No, not they, it's we now.
We so dope. Ray Green. We got some awesome, amazing leaders that are on the front line. We got awesome, amazing leaders that we're cultivating into leaders. Y'all gotta come out. Y'all gotta come out. They do a lot of things in the city with voting, a lot of things in the city helping families, you know, that are suffering through financial issues, just a lot of things that we're trying to do in the city. And I know people say, well, that's what a lot of organizations say that they do, but we really trying to be more innovative. We really trying to hit the ground running and get some changes made in our city.
Well, listen, man, if somebody want to follow you, I'm sure they already know how, but tell that two people that's seeing you for the first time how to follow you.
You can follow me at That Voice on Facebook. You can follow me on IG, That Voice. You can follow me, Danielle Taylor, on Facebook. Power to the people.
You better say it. Thank you.
My name is Curtis Burton, man. They call me Turk. I'm the CEO of Royal Clark Tees.
You better say it. Now look, is that one of y'all tees?
Yeah, that's one of my tees. I made it this morning.
Hey man, I'm gonna need that. You know that's our website.
Hey,
BlackmanOhio.com.
My original vibe and thought was Akron put up or shut up.
I like that.
And that's all on the strength of all the weeping, whining, and complaining that we do about, you know, the situation that we face as a community. Mm-hmm. But it's time for us. Jayland is the example. And the pulse that I feel is the inspiration, man, to stand up in my community, man.
Oh,
you know,
man.
and take responsibility for myself, as well as for those around me, man, and call for my brother and my sister to be accountable
Come
for
on,
one
bro.
another, man.
Come on, brother.
Let's help each other stand up and be built up.
I like that.
Let's help each other shine.
So speaking of that, if somebody want one of those shirts, how can they get it? How they can
Man,
connect with you?
330-203-0886 is my personal line. Or you can hit me at World Craft Tees on Facebook.
I like
I'll be
that.
happy to accommodate you.
Man, you better give me one so I can wear it on the show so they can
You
see
got
it,
that
baby.
coming, man. You know, we go all the way back to where we were doing shows here.
That's the
You
truth.
understand?
You doing shows where?
Right here,
Right.
Akron Civic Theater.
Right there,
Akron
bro.
Hey, Easter Civics, Christmas Civics, we always had a show, man.
No click, bro. Hey, man,
there
listen,
was
man.
a good time. There was some foundational periods, foundational moments.
That's the
You
truth.
understand?
All right.
Us as a community, the black community, we undergone some hellified moments in history and time, man. And what we fail to realize, man, is that we still standing.
Come on now.
Survivors, man.
Come on now.
And with the opportunity, as of now, man, to do better, take the bull by the horns, so to speak, and do better, man, in our
like that.
community, man. If we want to see the change or we want change, we need to be the change that we want to see. And one more point I'd like to make, and I think it's imperative for us to understand this. No one is going to respect us until we begin to respect ourselves. So it's important and imperative that we be mindful of the way that we treat one another. Look on Facebook, look on your media, look on your wall, and you'll see the mirror of how we treat one another. Our petty differences need to go to the side. And the principle is that you don't have to love me, but I have to respect you.
Come on now. You better say it and don't delay it.
Come on, man.
Have
Come
some
on.
fun and get
Akron
something
City,
done,
I'm
baby.
calling you out. Akron City, I'm calling you out. Let's do better, man. Let's do better, man.
We out here with one of the most popular people on Facebook, at least on my timeline. Hey, some people probably don't know your name. Tell everybody your name.
My name is Takeda's Goddess Lifestyle Rankin.
And listen, tell everybody what you do, just to make it plain.
I do facials, yoni steams. I'm pretty much a holistic practitioner, massages, pretty much self-care. Whatever you need, I'm there to take care of all your needs.
Okay, let's just go with it. Now, we're down here at the memorial, the situation. Everybody knows what's going on. We're in Akron, Ohio. Tell somebody outside of Akron, what's the pulse right now downtown Akron?
On fire, heated. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it peaceful and maintained. We well-disciplined people, but we have some demands that we need made. And marching and protesting, we've been doing that for years. It's some time we need to get down there to them voting booths. You want to make change, you need to get down there and vote for the people you want in them seats, like the city council people, the judges, the mayor, everybody. Not just for the president. You need to get down there and vote in them local elections so we can make some change here in these communities.
Now, are you a part of an organization here, or what part of an
I'm
organization?
part of the Stop the Violence Akron movement and the Rockwood Freedom Bloc.
Okay, they want to connect with any of those organizations. How can they do it?
They can come to 848 West Exchange Street. Right there, that's Freedom Land.
All right,
Everybody
man.
welcome.
But listen, you had some fun to get something done. We get to see some real activists. Tell everybody your name who don't know.
My name's Frank Nitty. Y'all know who I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, BLMM. So I go to shout out to AkronHipHop.com. Always creating a platform and creating a way for Akron to try to bridge in the gap between activism and hip hop. Man, y'all did a good job out
Come
here.
on, man. You already know. I saw you on the timeline bringing some sunshine, right? You came all the way down from where you was from. Now, what made you come here to Blackburn, Ohio? We call it Blackburn, baby.
Yeah. Basically, I've been involved pretty much in all of the protests you've seen across the country the last 2 or 3 years. So it's really more strategic, strategizing, and connecting with groups. A lot of us are more connected than people think across the country. We connect groups, and we're trying to pretty much have an outlet to each other. So if you have a group of people, it's like a fraternity that have went through something in other cities. You got protesters in Louisville, protesters in Minnesota, protesters in Milwaukee, protesters in St. Louis, protesters in Rochester, New York. They've already went through something.
Word.
So they're already been networking and connecting together. When a city like Akron goes through something, they just go through it by themselves.
Yes.
So you want to kind of tap in with them and let them know that other cities across the country that have been marching, that have been through this already, kind of give them some tips and pointers, give them some of the things that they did that was successful, some things that they did wrong so they can avoid those things. Pretty much let them know we will come out for you. You have a family. We'll come protect you guys. We'll come work with you guys. We'll come work under you guys, over you guys, whatever you ask us to do.
And there's activists of different times in 2022 in different ways. We got Facebook activists.
Yeah.
We got in the street activists. You a little bit of both, right? You visual?
I'm more like, I think that I'm not really a Facebook activist. I think that more or less it's more like your message has to be seen. Our media isn't going to spread the
There you
revolution.
go, there you
So when
go.
they said the revolution won't be televised, it was the prediction of the internet and things like that. It wasn't to say, oh, we're not supposed to film stuff. It was to say the media is not going to push our agenda. Like the revolution will not be pushed by the media into the minds of our
I
people.
feel you. I like
so
that.
you have to share everything. You have to film everything. It's your protection. It's your safety. These police will crack you in your head and say you did something.
Right.
But if you've been filming for 20 minutes before they crack you in your head, then you have proof that you didn't do anything. See what I'm saying? So it's your backbone, it's your protection. It's the reason George Floyd get justice. It's the reason that everything that's going on in this country right now is because people are actually filming what's happening.
Right.
So don't let people discourage you by calling some a Facebook movement or anything
Yeah, ain't
like
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
Because we need lives. We need people to see what's going on because our media is going to cover it up.
Come on
That's
now.
just the truth. So it's our obligation, it's our responsibility. This is the new word of mouth.
I like that.
You're here right now with your phone, filming me.
AkronHipHop.com.
We don't need television cameras.
You better say it.
We don't need bright lights. We have access to each other and tools right now where we can communicate with each other without mass media.
I like
As
that.
long as we tap into that and continue to use that, we continue to grow and to be able to expose the corruption that's going on in America with black people across the country, more than the police brutality, with our housing, with our funding, the way that they're putting their programs in our zip code and taking advantage of our low poverty and taking advantage of the funding in those low impoverished income areas, but they still have like $1 million corporations. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that goes on in our community that needs to be stopped. And the only way we can shed light on those things is by actually sharing,
Come on, man.
liking, commenting,
better say
and
it.
bringing and sharing light to the things that's going on in our community.
Hey man, when it comes to the family that's enduring this horrific situation right now, you got something to say before we leave out?
It's really nothing you can say to them, to be completely honest. There's nobody's been through nothing like this.
Come on now.
So anything you say is gonna fall on deaf ears. A family like that have to just have time where everybody backs up and let them mourn. And then they'll let you know when they're ready for counseling or they're ready to have those type of conversations
Come on
with
now,
you.
brother.
But the realistic nature is that people have to understand this goes on with families across the country. I want to say this respectfully when I say this. Jalen has all these people here that love him. There are black people that die across the country. You know what they wonder? Why don't I get the attention like Jalen Walker?
Right.
My son was murdered by the police too. Why doesn't anyone care? Those are the parents that I actually truly worry about the most, because the world doesn't even care that their person was killed by black people. I mean, that their son was killed by the police. Nobody cares because it's not a mainstream thing.
I feel you.
So when it comes to love, Jalen coming here is receiving such a big, gigantic outpouring of love, and you might not be able to reach out to them right now, and just don't try to because they're going through so much, and they'll let you know when they're ready. But just know so many people are showing them love that they're fine. But there are families out here that have no love, that have lost their loved ones to police brutality and violence, and we need to shed light on those because there was no live video.
Come on now.
There was no video evidence, and the media hasn't pushed the agenda. So they're not telling us that they've been murdered. They're only telling us when we actually expose it first.
Okay.
We expose it first, then the media follows suit.
Okay.
They have no choice.
So tell somebody how to connect with you, brother.
And you can follow me on Facebook at Frank Nitty II or Nitty TV, the Black Facebook Network. Instagram, I think is official Nitty. I'm sorry, official media. My publicist is running it. I apologize.
That's all right,
I just
man.
don't know it. So, but follow me on my Facebook page. Connect with me if you are a group, a local leader. If you're in other cities, if you want to connect with me and just connect with groups. You don't have to learn. You don't have to be trained. You just want to connect with other groups across the country that are going through something similar as yours and share and trade ideas. Please connect with us so that we can protect you, have your back, and make sure that you guys can get the justice that you need.
Black man, thanks for taking the time out.
Honest, fair, black everywhere. AkronLocal.news. I am your girl, Shar Johnson, with your weekly wrap-up. This show is powered by the Reporter Newspaper Online.com.